Hello! First of all, welcome to my room. I don't think I have filmed in here before, but I've changed the things in the background. This is new to you. We got some Fall Out Boy stuff over here. We got some Big Hero 6 over here. And this is my emo band wall. So these are just a bunch of lyric books from some emo albums that I love. But that's not what this video is about. This video is about art. I don't consider myself an artist in any way. This is the disclaimer right now. I am not an artist, okay? I just do this for funsies. Don't come for me, okay? Max actually had this idea for me. Thanks, babe. Because I was texting him and I was like, God, I need YouTube video ideas. I don't know what to do. And he was like, what if you got people to like give you suggestions of things to draw? Because we kind of do that. Like, he'll tell me like goofy things to draw and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna make it happen. Here's an example of something that I drew him for Christmas. It's called Christmas Croc and it's beautiful and I'm really proud of it. So you can expect things like this in the video. I've also, for you Star Wars and Mandalorian fans, I drew Baby Yoda about a month ago. Super proud of it. Thought it was really good. It took me a long time to do. A couple weeks ago, I asked some friends on Facebook, I asked on my Instagram story, and I asked on Twitter what people wanted me to draw as like just a fun challenge, and I got some suggestions, I'll tell you that. Another disclaimer, I'm one of those artist that has to have like a reference picture. I can't draw anything from memory, so I have to have reference pictures. So all of these things that I had to draw, I definitely googled like cartoon versions. I'm a fraud. I'm not a real artist. The first drawing we're gonna do is a goat. I'll put up the reference picture here because a friend of mine that I used to work with actually owns a goat, so this is what her goat looks like, and I figured that's like a easy-ish sort of thing to draw, so let's do that. Okay, yeah, these are all gonna be just pencil drawings. I didn't like color anything in. I do shading. Now I'm trying to do texture, and I'm gonna tell y'all right now that there are other drawings that I did that I tried to do texture for and it's not that good, but y'all are just gonna have to deal with it. But for Christmas I got, it's a whole like art kit with like colored pencils and all kinds of stuff, and it came with this little shady thing. So I use that a lot and it's really fun to watch. Like, it's satisfying to see things getting like blended. And we're blending, we're doing more shading. Now I'm drawing the body. This was kind of hard because the goat was facing the camera. It's hard for me to draw like distances, and also proportions are very difficult for me to draw. So I was like, oh God, his body's gonna look weird. But it doesn't look that bad. And now we're blending and we're doing some shading and it's fun. The shading is just really nice to watch, I don't know. And there's the goat. That's the final product. I really like it. I think it's really good for my first time drawing a goat. Oh, should we rate my drawings? Let's say this is a solid 4 out of 5 stars. This next one was somebody, I think from my Instagram, who wanted me to draw the Fall Out Boy llamas. So I start out drawing the Fall Out Boy logo because they're like holding on to it. I think I've drawn the logo before. It's very easy. Okay, here's the first llama. I will say that both of the llamas do look really weird starting out, but they get better. Also, I know that like the angle of the camera is not super great because my hand blocks the drawing like half the time, but I tried to cut around that. So hopefully you can still see what's happening, but sorry if you can't. This llama is like the favorite. This one's the best one that I did. Oh, we're blending. We're blending. Okay, so I started the second llama and I realized that I made him shorter than the other one. So I had to erase everything and start over and make his head a bit bigger. He doesn't really look like a llama yet, but he'll get there. They have really big noses. So I was like, am I drawing them too big? But they're fine. And then his sleepy eyes, and there's his horns. This one has horns, the other one has ears. Go figure. See, I think his face is okay. Now that I'm seeing it now, I think it looks okay. I feel like he's too far away from the logo because the first llama is like right next to it, like holding it. But I feel like this llama is like slightly too far away. Like I should have scooted him in more, but this is why I'm not good at drawing distance and proportions. Those are my two weaknesses. And also, I don't think his fingers look good and his arm looks weird, but whatever. Okay, whatever. Now I'm shading the rest of him because this one's the purple one and the first one was the white one. So I tried to make this one look a little bit darker, and this is the final product. Beautiful. I actually really like this one. I do, like I said, prefer the first llama over the second one, but I definitely wish the second llama, the purple llama, was scooted in more towards the logo, but I'm learning, okay? This is a process. So this next drawing, I think I got a couple requests to draw some cats. I have a cat. She's just my pride and joy in my whole entire world, so why don't I just draw Fiona? So I start off with her head and her ears, which I think started out pretty good. One ear's pointier than the other, but that's okay. I don't think her eyes are that good. They're pretty cat eyes, but they're not Fiona eyes, you know? And then I tried to shade them in because they're green in real life. So I tried to make them like look a little darker. I can't even begin to tell you how many Fiona hairs I just pull out of my mouth on a daily basis. It's everywhere. It gets on everything. It gets in my mouth, in my food. Pretty sure I swallow at least 7 Fiona hairs a day, probably more. Oh, you will notice also in a lot of these drawings, I'll go from like one section of the drawing and then I'll go like back over here. I'm ADD all the time, but I'm very ADD when I'm drawing because I'm like, wait, this looks weird. Wait, I have to fix this. Wait, I gotta go back to this. I just jump all over the place. So that's what's happening a lot here. I'm just doing a bunch of lines. I don't know what else to do. How else are you supposed to draw like texture of fur? It's just really hard. This one was really hard. And now we're blending everything. Ooh, yeah, I don't know what that is. I don't know what I was trying to do there, but it looked bad. There's Fiona. There's my baby girl. It definitely looks like a cat, so that's good. It's just the texture. Getting the texture right is really hard. That was probably the hardest part with this one, was just trying to like figure out her fur. And I do think she's a bit like squished. Like she looks a bit more chunky here than she is in real life. Fiona's like really small and really skinny, but she's so fluffy, so she looks bigger than she actually is. But yeah, I think it's good. I'm gonna give this one a 3 out of 5 stars. There was an attempt. An attempt was made. This next one, a friend of mine asked me to draw Forky from Toy Story 4 eating a bowl of cereal, so I said, okay. My favorite cereal is Fruit Loops, so I just drew like Fruit Loop looking cereal, or Cheerios. They're not colored in, it could be Cheerios. Forky was fun to draw because he is a cartoon. There's not really any texture to him other than like his pipe cleaner arms, which I think I did a good job doing, which you'll see in a second. But like his face is really easy to draw. One googly eye's bigger than the other one. Yeah, I didn't really have any issues drawing his face. So now I'm drawing his arms and I'm trying to make them look like pipe cleaners. Shh, baby. So then I just do like a bunch of squiggles, like tiny squiggles around it to give it the texture that it's a pipe cleaner. And I think that looks good. Like that's what pipe cleaners look like. So at first I started drawing like a little spoon, like he was eating with a little spoon. And then I was like, no, it would be hilarious if I drew a normal sized spoon because he's a spork, so he needs like a giant spoon. I'm really bad at drawing fists holding things, like getting the fingers right. I did that, which is fine, but it's not great. It looks a little weird. I was like, I feel like if I attempt to fix this, it's gonna make it worse, so I'm just gonna leave it the way it is. I'm erasing my hand smudges. So yeah, that's the final product. This is Forky eating a bowl of cereal. I do think that I made Forky too short. I'm showing like less than half of his body right now. Whatever. But I'm gonna give this one like 3.5 out of 5 stars. Another friend of mine, let me just read directly what she wanted me to draw. She said she wanted a flamingo doing the Karate Kid pose on a pyramid of pizza slices. And she was like, not pizza boxes, pizza slices. So I said, okay. Okay, so we're starting with the pyramid of pizza slices. So I alternated pizza slices. So one's pepperoni and one's cheese. Because I didn't want them all to be pepperoni. That'd be boring. I don't even like pepperoni. I can just feel people going, you don't like pepperoni pizza? No, I don't. I like cheese pizza and that's it. Yeah, so I was doing like each slice individually and then I just like drew the rest of the pyramid and filled it in. Yeah, I forgot a slice at the bottom. I was like, why does this pyramid look weird? Oh, yeah, so you can see I'm ADD because I started the side and then I was like, wait a minute, I forgot to fill in all these things on the pizza. And we're shading. It's in my Simmer down. Y'all heard Hayley Williams' new song? It's weird, but it's grown on me. There's the side of the pizza slice pyramid, so now I'm starting on the flamingo. And I tried to give him like a smirk, tried to make him look smug and happy about it. He's like, I'm the king of this pyramid of pizza slices. I wanted to draw the flamingo like facing forward, but I didn't know how to do that, so I just drew him from the side and had him like kind of like smirking. I don't know. But anyway, there's my flamingo, kind of not really doing a Karate Kid pose, but you know, with his wings out on a pyramid of pizza slices. I'm gonna give that like a 2.5 out of 5. I don't like that one that much. It's not that good. Okay, so this next one, she wanted me to draw a frog on a horse holding a sword and wearing a cowboy hat. And you know what I said? I said, okay! So I start off drawing the horse. Again, I looked up a cartoon horse reference picture because I wasn't about to try to draw a real horse. Cartoons are just so fun to draw. So yeah, this horse is like grinning. He's happy about carrying this frog with the sword and a cowboy hat. So as I was drawing this horse, I was like, I've drawn a reindeer before, if you remember Christmas Croc. So this is basically the same thing, except it's a horse instead of a reindeer and a frog instead of a crocodile. So I was like, I got this. I feel like this leg is a bit too thick. Okay, so I'm drawing the frog now. Had to look up a cartoon frog reference picture too. Had to punch this in because you couldn't see what I was doing. So now I'm drawing his face. Oh no. The face goes through a process, let me just tell you that. Yeah, I drew too wide. So then I narrowed it. And then I also wanted to give him like squinty eyes, like, yeah, I'm riding a horse, I'm cool. So I was trying to do that. But I wanted his mouth open to be like, yeah, I'm riding a horse and I have a sword. But then his eyes looked creepy and he started to look like Barney. So then I just gave him new eyes and I like those a lot more. And then I changed his mouth from what the reference picture had because I was like, I don't like this. So here's an arm. That's not the exciting arm. This is the exciting arm. Oh yeah, and then my sketchbook was kind of falling apart, but whatever. But yeah, I didn't look up a reference picture for a sword, so I just was like, I think this is what a sword kind of looks like, so I just went with it. Again, I'm not good at drawing like hands holding stuff, but I thought this was pretty good. I did have to look up a reference picture for a cowboy hat though, because I was like, I don't remember what a cowboy hat looks like. There is my frog riding a horse, holding a sword, and wearing a cowboy hat. There you go. I'm gonna give that one a 3 out of 5. This last drawing is one that Max suggested. He wanted a T-Rex boxing Abraham Lincoln, and I said, okay. So I went and I did it. It started out weird. His body was kind of twisted, so this was kind of hard to draw. Alright, so I drew his scary teeth and his scary eyes. Oh yeah, and it jumps to like the legs being almost done because they were out of frame for a really long time. So I think his feet are really good. And then I thought his legs were too long. I keep drawing everything with really long legs. Proportions are hard. And I'm trying to do his arms, which are not good the first time around. And I forgot that they were supposed to be wearing boxing gloves, so I was trying to draw like the little T-Rex claws, and then I was like, wait. So then I kind of fixed it, sort of. And I drew a boxing glove, which I did not look up a reference picture for. I was like, it just kind of looks like a mitten, but like rounder. I gave him kind of smaller boxing gloves because he has tiny arms. Okay, so now I'm drawing Abraham Lincoln, and I made the mistake of drawing his hat first. So it starts to look like his hat is just kind of like hovering above his head instead of it actually sitting on his head. But I fixed that in a second. Yeah, there we go. I said, that doesn't look right, so I got rid of it. And then I was trying to figure out how to make it look like it was sitting on his head. I think that looks good. Had to draw the iconic top hat, you know, I couldn't leave that out. And I drew a mouth that was kind of in the reference picture, but I don't like it and I changed it later. See, I started on an eye and then I went back to his beard. See, I'm ADD, I'm telling y'all. But my Abraham Lincoln looks more cartoonish and he looks a lot younger, and I did not look up a reference picture for like the rest of his body. I was just kind of winging it. He's going to mess this dinosaur up. I gave like all of my characters smirking facial expressions, like I don't know why. This is just how I draw legs, because wasn't Abraham tall and skinny, so that's what I tried to do. And now I'm shading. Shading is so fun to watch, I don't know why. And there you go, that's the final product. This is Abraham Lincoln boxing a T-Rex just for Max. Freaking weirdo. I love you. But yeah, I thought it'd be really funny if Abraham Lincoln was like just as tall as the T-Rex. I think this was pretty good. I'm gonna give this a solid 4 out of 5 stars. So that's my art. That's what my drawings looked like. Hopefully you didn't think they were too bad. I know they're not great because again, I'm not an artist. I think drawing's fun. It's a fun little hobby that I like to do sometimes. So if you like this video and you want a part 2, then let me know. You should totally leave some suggestions for things you want me to draw in the comments below. There was a couple more drawings that I really wanted to include in this video, but I was running out of time and I was tired and I was like, I'll save it for part 2. So don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. All that fun YouTubery things that I'm supposed to say. Also, I am trying to start a business sort of for my film endeavors. So my business name is called Burn Bright Productions. So on my YouTube channel I posted my reel, like my demo reel of different projects that I have either filmed myself and or edited. It's good. I really like my reels, so you should go watch it. Go support, go subscribe to that channel because I think I'm the only person that's subscribed to it so far. And give my business page a like on Facebook. I would appreciate that a lot. But again, if you want me to do a part 2 to the drawing video, let me know and give me suggestions. Hope you liked the video. Hope you're having a good day and a good life. Thank you for watching. Bye. I'm going to ignore you. Oh, Fiona's back. Fiona, you missed your drawing. I've moved on. Fiona, what are you doing? What are you up to? She's gonna sit on her pillow. Are you comfy? Okay, she's just gonna sit back there now. That's cool. Is she bathing back there? That's so rude. Dude, could you not do that while I'm filming a video? Thanks. If you're gonna be in the frame, you can't do anything gross.